it's actually a trip going from poor to middle class, and there's a lot of little things that if you don't know about it, that they're going to trip you up. And so so with me, I was telling Anders, like, look, my middle class story, when I really figured out that I needed to switch my mentality, is when I tried to buy, after buying a house, I tried to buy a dog. And with my working poor background, the dog that I wanted to buy was a pit bull. And
that's hood.
That's hood, right? It's like that was like, and when I went to the Humane Society, which is also hood, to whatever. Don't be mad. Don't.
Wait, no. You just said you went to the Humane Society to buy a pit bull.
To buy a pit bull,
right,
absolutely.
keep the story going.
So there was this beautiful female black pit bull with tan markings on it. I was like, she's gonna be mine. And I actually even went through the process of actually buying her, and then I go and start hanging. Then I started telling my professor friends, right, now my new friends, right, my colleagues. We were in a department meeting, and I'm like, oh, we just got finished buying a dog, and here's this. I mean, can you imagine this, right? It's a room full of white folks. Right, older white people, and here I am, the young, professor coming in, a young black professor coming in, and I'm like, I'm about to buy a dog, and they were like, oh my goodness, what kind of dog? And I say a pit bull, and whew, silence. And I'm like, okay, what's wrong with this? And they were like, oh, that's interesting. Does your homeowner, you just bought a house, right? And they were like, yeah. It's like, oh, so you found a homeowner's insurance that covers your dog? And I'm like, why would my homeowner's insurance cover my dog? It's a dog, not a house. And they were like, no, well, if your dog bites someone, then your homeowner's insurance will cover that. And I'm like, and so they don't cover pit bulls? They're like, oh no, their reputation. And so I was just like, okay, so I can't even buy the dog that I want because now I'm middle class, and now there's all these restrictions on me, or this new terrain, if you would, for me to have to listen and do and pay attention to that I didn't know as a working poor person.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think I had my first middle class moment was the lawn and the grass.
That's why I have rocks in the front of my stuff. That's how this works.
I mean, it was just that moment where I come from, Saturday morning, before you go out and play, you go mow the lawn. Mm. And I was mowing the lawn once a month. That turned into once every other month. And watching the grass grow, and I kept seeing folks cut other people's lawns. Mm. And it bugged me out. And I had this moment where it's like, nah, I'm not going to do that. Nah, I'm from working class background. I got my pride. I'm going to do it. And the day, I'll never forget, the day I got that little card on my door that said landscaping. I called this man. I said, excuse me, man, I speak with Mario. His name was on the card, right? And he showed up, and I just looked like, here I am, this black man, about to hire this brown man to do my lawn.
Yeah.
Bugged me out, man. I didn't know what to do with it.
Man.
But I tell you what, every Friday when he comes by, I just be like, hey, you want some water? and like this more middle class moment, just like, I'm that guy now.
You're that guy. It's that like I said, this transitioning into middle class is no joke. You get sideswiped by just these little things because of that, that socialization that we had as being poor. Now certain restaurants that I go to, now they've all of a sudden become suspect. I'm like, when did this happen? When did I become?
The moment I found out that Olive Garden was not fancy dinner. It broke my heart. Like, that's where I'm from. Olive Garden was Sunday. That
was a special event you saved for this and all of that. And so we're wrapping up on time. Give us a closing thought on being middle class.
You are gonna hire somebody to do your lawn. It will break your heart, but your lawn will look nice.
Your lawn will look nice. You need, for my closing thought, for real, you are going to change the dog that you buy. You're going to change a lot of these things. I'm not saying it's bad to change. I'm just saying just expect the change, and it will not surprise you when it happens. And so that's my closing thought.